Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello pupils, my name is Mrs. Ajike Chidinma. I'm here to take the upper primaries in mathematics. Our topic for today is weight. Our objectives are, by the end of this lesson, 1. You should be able to define weight. 2. Mention the standard units for measuring weight. 3. Solve problems on weight. Weight can be defined as a measure of how heavy an object is or how light an object is. There are many standard units for measuring weight: the kilograms and the grams. There are other common units, the centigram and the milligrams. Like I said earlier, that weight can be defined as a measure of how heavy or light an object is, and there are many standard units for measuring weight: the kilogram and the grams. I said also that there are other common units for measuring weight, which are centigrams and milligrams. In our previous classes, we have learned units of measurement, such as 1 millimeter make 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter make 1 decimeter, and so on and so forth. Here, 10 milligrams make 1 centigram, and 100 centigrams make 100 grams, and 1000 grams make a kilogram. Now, when we measure heavy objects, we make use of the kilograms. For example, like our bag of rice, human beings, bags of beans. When you measure them, just tell mommy to show you bag of rice. You will see written on it 100 kilograms. That is 100 kg. And if you check on your bag of beans, you will also see 100 kg. You can as well see 50 kg, which is 50 kilograms on the bags of rice and beans. And then for human beings, you also calculate the weight of human beings in kilograms. And then when we want to mention lighter objects like your pen our ruler, our pencil, even our eraser, we make use of the grams because they are lighter objects. We make use of grams. And we have different instruments we use in measuring weight. We have the weighing machine. We have the spring balance. We have the balance scales. And then we have the bedroom scales. These are instruments that can help us to measure our weight. If you want to know how heavy an object is, I don't know if you have, mommy has placed you on a scale before for you to measure how heavy you are. Some of us are 10 kilograms and some of us are 60. Have you seen that before? Okay. Now, weight can be converted. Conversion means can be changed from one unit to another unit. That means we can move from kilograms to grams. We can also move from milligrams to grams. This is what we mean by conversion. I said we can convert units from one unit to another. For example, we are going to convert, we can change from a higher or a bigger unit to a smaller unit, and we can as well change from smaller unit to a bigger unit. When we change from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply the unit. And when we convert from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, we divide. Let's take an example. For example, we are converting from a bigger unit to a smaller unit. That is to say, we are changing from kilograms to gram. And the instruction says when we are converting from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply by the unit of the smaller, by the size of the smaller unit. Here on the board, we have change 6 kilograms to gram. To change from kilograms to gram, we are going to multiply by 1,000. Why are we multiplying by 1,000? This is because 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So we are going to be multiplying the value of the kilogram by the value of the gram. And we're given 6 kilograms to be converted or changed to grams. Now we're going to multiply 6 kilograms by 1,000. Is that clear? Let me quickly tell us something. Don't be confused that you're seeing kg on the board and you're also seeing g on the board in bracket. Now, kg is the short form for kilogram, while g is the short form for gram. Is that clear? Now, when you multiply 6 by 1,000, in our previous term, we have learned how to multiply numbers by tens, hundreds, and thousands. And I told us in the class that when you're multiplying a number by 1,000, by 100, all you do is just remove the 1 written by the 0 and add the numbers which you are multiplying by. Is that clear? Now we have on the board 6 times 1,000. All we do here is very simple. Remove 1 and add 6. Now you can see that we have 6, 0, 0, 0, which is pronounced as 6,000. We'll take a second example. The first example was converting from a larger or a bigger unit to a smaller unit. Now we'll be converting from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. And in doing that, we divide the bigger unit by the value of the smaller unit. Like I said before, to change from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, we divide. For example, on the board we have change 6,345 grams to kilograms. You can see that we are converting or changing from the smaller unit to a bigger unit. We are changing from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. So we divide. What this simply means is that we are going to divide the value of the smaller unit, which is given here as 6,345, by its value to the bigger unit. Is that clear? And remember that we know that 1,000 grams make a kilogram. I said 1,000 grams make a kilogram. Now you'll be asking, Auntie, why are you just using kilograms and grams? It does not mean that we can only convert kilograms to grams or grams to kilograms. We can also convert centigrams to gram, and we can also convert centigrams to milligrams. We can also convert milligrams to kilograms. We can also convert milligrams to grams and milligrams to centigrams. Is that clear? Depending, all you need to know is each value. Do you understand? Like when you are converting from milligram to centigram, remember we said 10 milligrams make a centigram. So when you are converting it, since milligram is the smaller unit, if you are to change a particular unit to centigram, all you need to do is to divide by 10. Is that clear? Because you are changing from smaller unit to bigger unit. You will divide the amount given in centigrams by 10. Is that clear? Now let's take our example. We have said that to change from grams to kilograms again, that we're going to be dividing by 1,000. We are dividing now because we are changing from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. The other example, in example 1, we multiplied because we were changing from a bigger unit to a smaller unit. Is that clear? In this case, we are going to use our long division. We are going to use what? Our long division method. Okay, let's go. Remember that division is all about sharing. Is that clear? Now, in this case, what we have on the board, 1,000 persons. It's assumed that 1,000 persons are to share 6,345 oranges. Now we're going to divide it amongst the 1,000 persons to see how many each of them will get. Is that clear? Now let's do this. We have 6,345. Now how many times can 1,000 divide 6,345? Looking at the board, you see that we already have 1,000 there. A value in 1,000, which is what? 6. And you notice that 1,000 will divide 6,000 how many times? 6. So we write 6 up here. And when you multiply this 6 by this 1,000, you will get 6,000. You write it here. The same way we multiply is also the same way we divide. Is that clear? Like we did here, we have multiplied 6 by 1,000. Now we have 6,000. Is that clear? We are also sharing the oranges among these 1,000 persons. Now, the next step is to subtract. We are going to be subtracting 6,000 oranges which we have gotten from 6,345. Now you add your subtraction sign. Now when you subtract this, 0 from 5 is 5, and 0 from 4 is 4, 0 from 3 is 3, and 6 take away 6, it gives you 0. Now let's go again. 1,000 300 and we have a remainder of 345. Now, you can see that it's no longer up to 1,000. So, to divide 345 by 1,000 is impossible. What we do is, we add a decimal point here and add 0 here. Have I taught you that? Yes, I have. Now, when we add 0 to this, we now have 3,450. And 1,000 can divide 3,000 again. right now. Remember, we already have our decimal point. Now, 1,000 dividing this will go 3 times. You write the 3 here. When you multiply 3 by 1,000, you have 3,000. You subtract. This 0 minus 0 gives you 0. 5 take away 0 gives you 5. 4 take away 0 gives you 4. And 3 take away 3 also gives you 0. Because we have added the decimal point already, you don't need to add another one. Even if the number dividing cannot divide, all you need to do at this moment is to continue adding 0 until when you have 0, 0 as your last answer. Now we add another 0 here. We now have 4,500. And 4,500 divided by 1,000. It goes there 4 times. And when you multiply this 4 by this 1,000, you have 4,000. When you subtract, 0 take away 0 gives us 0, another 0. 5 take away 0 gives us 5. And 4 take away 4 gives us 0. We add another 0 here, which is 5,000. Is that clear? Now, when you divide 5,000 by 1,000, it goes there 5 times. Now, this 5 times this gives you 5,000. And when you subtract, you have 0 here, 0, 0, 5 take away 5 is 0. You can see that we don't have anything to divide again. Therefore, our answer is 6.345. This is read as what? 6.345. Now, remember, don't forget where we are converting to. We are converting from grams to kilogram, from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. Now, you can see that the answer will be in kilograms. 6.345 kilograms. Is that clear? The answer again is not 6.345. Once you see a decimal point, you pronounce the numbers there, the digits there singly. It is 6.345. 6 is the whole number, while the other numbers by your right hand side are decimal numbers. Therefore, when pronouncing, you pronounce them singly. Individually, that's what I mean. So the final answer is 6.345. In summary, I told us that weight measures how heavy. You know when you carry heavy things, if you want to know how heavy it is, you use kilogram to measure it. And weight also measures how light an object is. You can see I can just carry this marker up easily. It's very light. If I want to measure how heavy this marker is, I will use the gram to measure it. And remember that I also told you that we can change from one unit to another. That is, you can change from a smaller unit to a bigger unit. You can also change from a bigger unit to a smaller unit. And we made mention of different instruments we use to measure weight. We made mention of the weighing machine. We made mention of the spring machine. We made mention of the bedroom scales and balance scales. Now, this is a homework for you to do at home. Make sure you do this and submit. Thank you. Now this is the homework for you to do at home. Remember to always stay safe. Wash your hand or you use a hand sanitizer. I love you all.